Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Barberpole from CZT Suzanne McNeill. Now, I was looking for something super easy, super quick, and saw this, and I've seen it before, and I'm like, oh, that's, there are some that you just kind of dare say poo-poo a little bit because like, oh, that's just so easy, but then there's ones that are that way, and they turn out to be such amazing tools, like the tangle bead line. Therefore, I'm trying to think, there are others where it's funny, it's just like, oh, but no, oh, that fits in right here or right there, and it's just wonderful. It's just like a great thing you have in your back pocket, ready to, like for this one, to add a little contrast but not have anything really big. So then the one challenges is like, oh, there's no step out. I haven't run across, well, no, there's been a few that Linda hasn't put a step out to, and you can read it on the For More Inspiration, like just you won't see the step out, but I do like to include that information. There's some other stuff there as well, and you can see Linda's little thumbnail. So I decided, it's like, well, I think I can figure out how to, how this was probably done. I honestly don't like to do that because it's like, I want to know how they did it. I don't want to figure it out, but I'm like, okay, let's just do it. It can't be that bad. All right. And it wasn't. All right. So I'm just going to, I like my squiggly line that I drew. So this would just, oh, hello. Okay, I had the cap open while I was yapping. So this could go along, okay, I'm going to turn it this way to aura it, on a string line, or a border or something. Actually, it would look really cute as a border, and then you could put something on the other side or either side. All right, let's make it not too thick. And that's what's neat, is because you could have this, fit into a nice space just to, like I said, make a divider or something. All right. Then, with some small C-shaped curve lines, and I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out either way. And what we're going to do is put 3, however far apart you want them. I don't necessarily want them that far apart, but that's okay. We're going to fill in later, so you can always adjust things. Okay, and then leaving a big gap, or a wider gap than what you have here, partly so that way you can remember what you, oh yeah, oh, there's the gap I'm going to fill in. And like I said, just groupings of 3 C-shaped curve lines. That's just a little ending part, okay. And then I had to go and take a look because I know that there was another one, and actually it's called, wait, let me look again. 3 and 3 by Zentangle, and it was something that Maria would do, and so she'd have 3 lines and 3 orbs or something like that. It's a similar thing in a border type of fashion. It was really, really neat too. Another one where it's just like, well, that's interesting. and it is. All right. Oh, you know what? Okay, so you can fill it in solid, just so you know that. Or, oh, and well, I guess that's something that you have to think. I'm going to add some shine to it because I think it'd be neat. I'll add that in case you have not necessarily seen it done. And it could kind of go a couple ways, but we're going to have it go the length of this. And so here's what I was just hesitating, like, oh, well, if I wanted to fill in anything, I can't necessarily do it if I'm adding shine in. Because I'm going to guess you could imagine what it's going to look like if it's all filled in. So that's what I thought. Well, then I can always fill it in if I don't like what I've done. But so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of scribbling. I was going to use the graphic one, and I probably could. Let's see, because this is kind of thick. Yep, I can make a couple swipes this way, just to get that nice solid, well, sort of, along the edge as I leave this massive gap. Let me just do it this far. Okay. And so I'm about halfway. I'm just leaving this kind of fringy edge. Or jagged. Or ragged. Fringy. Oh, I make up some of the neatest words some days. It's not necessarily fringy, really. But it does help to have it have that ragged edge. And a lot of times I will say, like, let me go here. I would maybe start where I want the end of it to be and kind of work that out. It just depends on the tangle. Probably on, whatever I'm feeling like that day too. And you know what? If it's not right in the middle, guess what? It does not matter. And then what I'm wanting to do here is just, and that's why I used the graphic one, because that I want it to be solid outside of that center. And as one of those, as I was doing, I'm like, this is not saving me any time. And it is therapeutic to fill in with an 01. I don't mind it. For those that do, fill it in for the most part, making sure to leave enough gaps so you can have this nice, like I said, jagged edge. Like that. And to do it all with the, to leave that jagged edge, it's not going to leave it jaggedy enough for me. I mean, but you could. Now, if you wanted to, let's see, if you're lucky enough to actually think ahead, like I a lot of times don't, you could leave a gap. And you could do it in all of them. So you can leave a gap. We call that a sparkle. So when you leave a gap in your line, it's the same idea. It's just because this is longer. I guess we think of it as shinier. That's my reasoning for why they call them two different things. So like I said, it has nice contrast, obviously, high contrast, and super easy. Like that. Some cleaning up. Now, if you, okay, let's test the theory. I was going to say, depending on how thick it is, but we still could. And I'm just going to put graphite right here where we have the natural tile color, because it makes no sense to go over the graphite. It'll just cause havoc with your tile. And I'm just being careful because I don't want to go into it too much or over it, because on these the Zentangle bijou tiles, well, the white tiles in general are like a cotton paper, if I'm remembering right. I've said it long enough. I hope I'm right. I'm gonna have to look it up. And it kind of takes the paper and everything up with it if you're rubbing it too hard. All right, so that looks neat-ish, but I want it a little bit darker on the edge, so I'm going to come back with my colorless blender. Oh, look at what I just did. I'm not even pushing really hard, but I want that edge to be just a smidge darker. Like that. I don't want to have a hard edge either, so I'm trying to avoid that a bit. I could do something similar like this and just do, oh, look at that. Well, sort of. I'm doing it so small. I could just, yeah, oh, just doing little marks. Like that, that's helping. And same idea, you know, when it's jagged like that, it just seems to help. So there we go. And now it looks like, well, you know, a rounded pole. You could always come back afterwards, even if it's a white tile, and put the white chalk pencil, you know, a white gel pen, colored pencil, you know, and go back through there. And then that would give you some, you know, it'll break that up a little bit too. And if you're using a toned paper, it'll just add a little bit of extra oomph to it. So super neat, I think. And I hope you have enjoyed it as well. If you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, please subscribe to the channel. In the description section, you will find my version of the step out. And like I said, for more inspiration link, it'll just take you to the entry of this on Tangle Patterns. Because, I mean, it's where I found it, and I just feel I should always link to where I find things, so that way it gives her some traffic too. Especially if you've never been to Tangle Patterns, make sure you subscribe there. Also, she has a link there to subscribe to Zentangle's blog, I believe, as well. I should make sure I add that to my stuff. And below the links to the step outs, you will find my link tree where, if you want to subscribe to my blog, you certainly can. Just click onto my website. Also on there, links for all kinds of stuff, ways to follow me for classes if you're interested. I teach twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays are free days. The class is called Tangle Time. I do everything at the same start times. And the free classes are an hour. On Tuesday generally are the classes that have a fee, and they're at least an hour and a half. And so we have a lot of fun. Come and join us. And let's see, there's a lot of other great links there. If you happen to be on Facebook, we have a Tangle Addicts community group. And so feel free to come and join us. You just have to answer the 4 questions, so that way we can make sure that you're a real person. And you want to have fun with us. And I think that's it. But yeah, it's all self-explanatory. There's lots of stuff there, so enjoy. And with that, thank you so much again for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.